I'm all ears, Nina. The question is about what we hear, so we need Belle, the hearing neuron, to help us work this one out. Okay then, let's go.
Meet Maddie, her sisters Florence and Juliet, brother Reuben, and their mum and dad. Today, this regular family from Helensburgh are the Experimenters!
Hi Nina.
Hi Maddie, how are you?
Fine.
So I'm here to help you solve the problem about waking up. So I think the first thing we should do is have a listen to this alarm clock.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, I'm surprised Maddie's dad sleeps through that alarm. It's quite loud.
Well, at least we know it works. So can you tell me how the clock is making that sound?
Well, you see these two bells and that little hammer. The hammer bangs against the bells so it makes the sound.
I see. Well, I think it's quite loud.
It's not loud enough to wake up my dad, though.
So we're going to have to find a sound that's louder. Do you know, I think we should make this into a competition with the rest of your family. Who can find the loudest sound? Ready, Belle?
Oh, it's my big moment. Standing by, ready to send lots of messages.
Oh, this is the perfect place to start. Now, what can we see around here that we could use to make sounds?
I know, pebbles.
Excellent idea. Pebbles, they make a great noise when you crunch your feet on them like that. And we could also use them when we throw them in the water and listen to hear what sound it makes. So let's find some pebbles.
There are lots of different pebbles to choose from. I wonder if they will all make the same noise when they hit the water.
I wonder if they will all make a big splash.
Oh, I hope we're not going to get wet.
Why don't you go first, Flo? Brilliant. That was a great big noise, wasn't it?
That big pebble made a really big splash.
And I've got a nice little one. Let's hear what sound this makes.
The splash from the small pebble was much quieter.
So what did you guys notice there?
When you throw a big pebble, it makes a big sound. And when you throw a small pebble, it makes a small sound.
And when you throw a small pebble, it makes small waves in the water. But when you throw a big pebble, it makes big waves.
So the same thing happens with sound. Sounds are like waves and we hear them through the air when they get to our ear. So, small pebble, small waves, small quiet sound. Big pebble, big waves, big large sound. So I wonder what else around here we can find to make some sounds.
I'm loving this experiment. It's good and noisy.
Everyone is finding lots of really loud sounds!
Those chains make a great loud clang. I think it's because they're made of metal.
I think you're right, Holly. This climbing frame is metal and it sounds loud too.
I don't know who's won our competition. Everyone has found some loud sounds.
Until now, that's the first quiet sound we've had. The rubbery mats under the swing are too soft to be noisy.
Depending on where you live, you'll be surrounded by different sounds. I certainly am here. Right, Neurons, how do you fancy a little quiz? Anyone up for it? Me! Me! Okay, today's question is, what makes the loudest sound? Is it number 1, a speedboat? Or is number 2 a crying baby noisier? Or is it number 3 a pop concert? Oh, or is it number 4 a rocket launch? Or perhaps the sound of a scooter? So what do you think, Neurons? What makes the loudest sound?
I feel I know the answer, yes. Number 2 would be my guess.
Now listen up, I'll tell you more. I'm sure the answer's number 4.
Which answer's right? Now, let me see. I'm going to go for number 3.
I think I've sniffed the answer out. It's number 5, without a doubt.
Number 1 looks tasty to me. So, Nina, who will the winner be?
Well, you can't all be right. Would you like to know the answer? It's number 4, a rocket launch. So well done, Belle. We measure sound in decibels. Now, someone talking is about 60 decibels, but a rocket launch can be as much as 200 decibels. That's louder than almost anything you can think of. And the sound is loudest at the base of the rocket, where it echoes off the ground, making it even louder. Anyway, Neurons, enough about rockets. Let's hot tail it back to Maddie to see what else she's discovered about sound. So you've been hitting things, haven't you, Maddie?
Yes.
Now, what did you find was the quietest?
Well, when I was at the swings and I was hitting on the ground.
Ah, on the ground. And why do you think that was quiet?
Because it was kind of squashy and soft.
Ah, right. And what did you find was the loudest noise?
Well, when I was hitting the chains on the swings and when we were throwing the big stones in the water.
Oh, that's really interesting. Do you know, I think we've nearly answered your question now. So you asked, how can I make my dad hear his alarm clock? And we decided that we needed to try and find something to make a louder sound. We found that the loudest sounds came from objects which were big, like the stones we threw in the water, and hard, like the chains or the metal. The bells on the alarm, they're already hard, but they're not very big, are they? So I think if we can use something bigger for our alarm bells, then it'll make a louder sound, which will surely wake your dad in the morning. So I think we should go back to your house and see what we can do.
Okay.
Perfect! Your dad's dozed off. Now, the alarm is due to go off at any minute. So the hammer will hit the 2 bells, and the 2 bells will hit the saucepans, which are made of
Hard metal.
exactly, and they're also quite big. So the sound should be really loud. Surely enough to wake up your dad. Oh, that works perfectly. There's no chance your dad will ever sleep through that again.
It's been a busy, busy day. Questions answered, experiments done. We've all used our senses in so many ways. Tell me, Neurons, what have you done today?
Well, I definitely worked the hardest today. With all that clattering and clanging that was going on.
Yeah, I was pretty busy when everyone was looking for objects to make sounds with.
Well, I was working hard too, you know. You need your sense of touch to feel if what you're hitting is hard or soft.
Well, we've had a bit of an easy day, haven't we, Bud?
Yeah, but I've still had a fabby time.
Well, that was great fun. I hope you've had a sensational time too. Bye! Bye!